The solution we are profiling is for the Nigerian people, first and foremost, to choose the real leaders who should govern them. Because the legitimacy of the government is also very important. For instance, it is the Nigerian government that goes to the southeast to go and militarize it. It's the Nigerian government that refused to release Nnamdi Kanu, something that would have solved a big problem. And then instead of releasing him, you go and put army in the east. Every kilometer in the east, there are army checkpoints. But after 100 kilometers in the north, you can't find the army. There was a man in Katsina who said there are only 5 guns in the local government in Katsina state. But why is it not the same in the southeast? So these things are deliberate. That's what I'm telling you. These are deliberate efforts on their part to undermine Nigeria. And I've said it very clearly. Those who are in power love the fact that they want to manage little territory, because that way they are not responsible for the territories. So they allow these issues to fester. But you cannot solve the problem without addressing the fundamental problem of leadership.
You have been on this case right from Justice Binta Nyako just for this comment. So how do you feel today and how would you react?
That's exactly the reason why we have to say something in addition to what the SAN has said. This gentleman here, these lawyers standing with me here, are members of the old guard. We have been there from the get-go, so we know the nitty-gritty of this case. Well, what I can add is we are finally here. The government is finally having the trial that it desires. Our position still remains unchanged despite the ongoing trial. That our client is innocent of the charges, that the case is driven by political considerations, and in the end, the innocence of our client will be established. So we take it from here to 2nd May, when we are going to subject the government witness who testified today. We are going to submit him to, or subject him to cross-examination, and then the truth shall begin to be revealed to everybody. Thank you very much. We appreciate you always being around to cover this very political ongoing for the past 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable?
We're very comfortable, but first of all, we thank God for today. We thank God that the matter has eventually kicked off without rancor. You know, you needed to have been in court to observe the proceedings. All the parties cooperated, and BW1 testified. BW1 is Mr. AAA, as he was designated. He investigated the matter 10 years ago, and today he came and gave his evidence and tendered documents. The matter is very simple. The state has a case against our client, and we are defending him. And for the first time, the matter has been opened, and we have heard what the evidence is. On Friday, we are coming back to cross-examine him. But in the main, the matter has commenced on a good note, very sound note, very civilized trial. And we hope by the grace of God we'll continue on this note and get to the end.
Okay, my name is Dr. Sylvester Onya, President of American Veterans of Igbo Descent, AVID.
Okay, so you have witnessed the first proceeding today.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Okay, so let's have your reaction to it. And what would you like to add?
I've seen a change in our system, a very dignified, honorable judge conducting every proceeding with respect, very respectful, honorable man. I was so impressed. I couldn't believe I was in there, listening to how he conducted the hearing.
Okay, so
without, it's going to be a very fair hearing.
Okay, there were some claims by the PW1 about the radio station. You are from the diaspora. How do you react to that?
Well, it's quite unfortunate that we have not woken up to understand that you cannot just arrest people because they have equipments on them. When the interview was going on, the leader of IPOB was mentioning in that particular interview that he was just broadcasting, telling the world about what the British government is doing. And there's nothing wrong with him telling the world that we deserve our rights and we deserve what is in London over here, to be treated fairly, to have what they have. Whatever they enjoy, we need to enjoy it in this country. We don't have to be fighting each other. I think that's what he was trying to communicate.
All right. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
So your name and destination?
My name is Dr. Sylvester Onya, President of American Veterans of Igbo Descent.
All right.
Electro.
Thank you.
Where is he going to sit? Oh, sorry.
The information is given. What the hell? Bring the council. We've done it.
So guys, from the look of things, it appears the current judge is handling the Nnamdi Kanu's case respectfully. If you've listened to what these lawyers have got to say, they are satisfied at the moment, with the progress so far. And they love the fact that the justice understands that Nnamdi Kanu has to be accorded with some level of respect, and that is exactly what he's doing. But what I don't really understand, which many people are reacting to, is this news of them allowing people to testify from a hidden source. You are testifying against somebody, you don't want your face to be seen, you don't want people to know who you are, your name and all that. Even the lawyers are not going to be knowing who this person is. I think that's where people are really reacting, And for now, we've not really seen any testimony that can implicate Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, the witnesses that came, they've not said anything that can implicate Nnamdi Kanu, because they said they arrested him in a hotel, good and fine. They took him with them, good and fine. But they said they found some broadcasting materials in his hotel room. So those do not have any implication. For me, I think they don't have any implication. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu was recording. He also told the court that yes, he was alerting the world on what is happening in Nigeria. That's why those things they saw there. It's not as if he's not denying the fact that he wasn't making videos. After all, even till today, you still see his videos circulating on the social media. So he cannot shy away from that. Yes, he was making the video, but he has given them his reasons. That the reasons for those videos was to alert the world on what is happening in Nigeria and how a particular set of people were being marginalized, which the marginalization is still there up to today. So, but people like Showore has come out to say that all these things has a political undertone. It's just all about politics and the hatred for the Igbos. It's all about politics and the hatred for the Igbos. They should just let Nnamdi Kanu go. Showore is also questioning the CDS, why you have military presence in the southeast to the level at which we have it today in the southeast, but the north, where the terrorists are living, is free. You can travel miles of places without seeing security agents on the road, but in the southeast is everywhere because they are looking for IPOB members. Okay, why do we have IPOB members? They say they are not happy with the way they are being treated. Is arresting them and buying them, detaining them, is that the way to go? No. Why not listen to them, at least understand why they are angry, understand the causes of their anger, and see if there are things you can address. If there are things you can address immediately, address them. If there are things you cannot address immediately, you can tell them that in years to come, in time to come, that you are going to address this one and address it. You can take it one at a time. But we have a government that pays deaf ears, especially when it has to do with the southeast, The hatred is just natural. They don't want the Igbos. Igbos are hard-working set of people, but they feel they have domineering spirit in the Nigerian government. They don't allow Igbo businesses to thrive. If you are doing business and they see that it's thriving, the government can just come up with one policy. You can imagine if an Igbo man was to be a Dangote of Nigeria, the person must have crumbled long ago. If an Igbo man was to be the highest person that hires labor in Nigeria, the policies the Nigerian government will be coming up with would have destroyed the person's business. That's to tell you that the level of hatred for the Igbos is deep. We have seen people whose businesses try to thrive, but the government will just come up with one policy and crumble it. And people are wondering, why are the Igbos always targeted? And that was actually what led to this marginalization, this agitation for secession. It's not as if people woke up and they said they want to secede. They've looked at history and seen that history is repeating itself. They are just asking for secession because right from the time of Odumegwu Ojukwu, they saw this marginalization. That was what instigated the Biafran War. Until today, the marginalization is still there. The federal government is also not helping issues because they don't care. Now, under the leadership of Buhari came into power. He said because the Southeast didn't vote for him, they will not get anything. And the Southeast didn't get anything. Buhari gave the Southeast ministers the list of the pie because he feels they didn't vote for him. The same thing the Tinubu's government is doing. It's either a Yoruba man or a Northerner. Igbos are not being carried along. And when these people come out to cry and say, oh, they want to secede, it's better they stay on their own, the federal government calls them terrorists and go about, jailing them or picking them up and locking them in prison. Do you know how many IPOB members have been locked up across the world? Some of them, their parents do not even know their whereabouts. Under Buhari, we saw how the military dealt with Igbo youths, dealt with them. So guys, a whole lot is happening. And people are now beginning to understand the reasons for Nnamdi Kanu's agitation. And many people are now like saying that, okay, it means that Nnamdi Kanu was right. And that is really, that means that people's eyes are beginning to open to understand the reality on ground. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that you too can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.